Hi, this is Dr. Flores. I want to show you something really cool. This is a tablet from, it's about 2200 BC, very ancient, from the Sumerian period, place we can think of as modern Iraq. Can you see that? You see the little cuneiform? It's a little different than the one I showed you before. It's a different type. There are different types of letters. It's a little different period, different part, different area. And again, this is not the area of my expertise. We're talking about Old Testament history. So I talked to my friends again at the Museum of the Bible. This is what they said. They said that this is a, a record of the Temple of Enki in Eridu. And it says that Enki was the Sumerian god of wisdom. He plays a sort of Prometheus-like role in Sumerian mythology, often siding with humans against the gods. And he's the one who tells the protagonist in the flood story, the Sumerian flood story, not Noah, not the biblical one, but the Sumerian version. He's the one that tells him to prepare for a flood and to build an ark. That's in the Sumerian story. So this is very ancient. If you hear a little bit more about it, it says, Almor Suen, the one chosen by Enlil in Nippur, supporter of the temple of Enlil, the strong king, the king of Ur. I want to stop it there. King of, and then it calls also the king of the four quarters of the universe. So who is from Ur in the Bible? Who have you been reading about? Abraham. So Abraham, he leaves as Abram and becomes Abraham, right? What was it about Ur? It was a very ancient city, and as demonstrated from this tablet, it was a city that had ancient pagan gods, such as this one, Enki. So the story is that Abraham rebelled against this this religion of idols, this idolatry. You want to see a good version of it. There's a movie now. It's kind of been a few decades old, and it's Abraham. It's just a movie called Abraham, and wonderful portrayal, imaginative portrayal of Abraham. I could send you a link to the story if you want to see it. What it meant for Abraham to leave the city of Ur and go off into the desert. Well, he had an encounter with God in the story about the covenant that was cut between God and Abraham. Now, in another video, I'll talk to you about the suzerain vassal covenant and how it's different from other types of covenants. But for now, I wanted you to see that tablet and to see that there really was a place called Ur. Really was a place where Abraham left. He left his family and he left a life of idolatry. So we'll talk some more about it when we get together on our next meeting.